Now, a rather unusual political play about a leadership struggle in a herd of donkeys is coming to the Tabbard Theatre. Montagu by Greg Freeman is a satirical look at power, and one of the actors in it joins us now, Christien Anholt. Now, I've probably given it a very bad description. You're going to have to tell us a little bit more about it.
OK, actually, that was rather a good description. It is a play set within a herd of donkeys. It's not really about donkeys. It's about leadership, politics and legacy. And it focuses on one character, Montagu, who's an outsider, slightly disgruntled, set in his ways. And he finds out that, against his will, he's been sort of elected into power after 3 donkey leaders get assassinated. And the play is basically about his difficulties as leader, firstly kind of asserting his authority, being allowed to do certain things that he wants to do. He gets slightly intoxicated by power. It goes to his head a bit. But essentially, what will his legacy be? What will he leave behind him when he eventually gets elected out?
So when you first read this script, you know, politics, satirical, yeah, tick-tick, donkeys, did you take a sort of second look?
I remember when Greg sent me the script, he said, I know it's about donkeys, or I know there are donkeys in it, but it's not really about donkeys, and it isn't really about donkeys.
What's it allow you to do then? Because why not just do it about people, I guess, is the question.
Well, why not do it about people is a very good question, and I asked Greg that, and he said, well, I like donkeys. But there's an interesting aspect to donkeys, which I didn't know until I started rehearsing this play, that donkeys won't do anything against their will that they feel is unsafe. Now, whether that gives a slightly different slant on politics, I don't know. But I guess it's just, you could do it, it could be about humans, but it gives it just a slightly different take on these emotions, feelings, thoughts, trials, difficulties that politicians go through in life. Donkeys go through them too, according to Greg.
Now, putting it on now, is it a coincidence that it's coinciding with an election, or is it that, oh, election's been called, this would be a great time to stage this play?
It's very current, yeah. So it touches on Brexit and Trump's wall and legacy that you know, leaders leave behind them. I think Greg started writing it last September, and the slot in the Tabbard Theatre came up, and it was like, we need to get this on now, because it really is very current. It's very funny as well. So it's not just a political drama, it's very funny, it's quite moving as well. When I read it, I was moved to tears by the end, so which is what really got me to do it. Now,
for you, as a professional, you've obviously been on the small screen, the big screen, and now stage, or in fact lots of plays, but do you have a preference, or do you like mixing up?
A balance between film, television and theatre would be great. I've done a lot of theatre recently, and as much as I love it, if I had to choose, I'd choose film, just because I prefer the intimacy of the camera. But the thing about the Tabbard Theatre is it's a small theatre, so it is an intimate space. So it's not like being on a West End stage where there are 1,500 people in the audience and you have to kind of reach the gods. I strive for naturalism and authenticity, and for me personally, I find it easier to do that on film.
Okay, just very quickly, where can people see this play and when?
It's the Tabbard Theatre in Chiswick, which is a stone's throw from Turnham Green on the District Line, and it runs from the 23rd of May until the 17th of June.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, thank you.
Right, time now for a